Hi there, Tosh. So this is your program 2. What I wanted to try and do for you is give you just a complete breakdown of each exercise so you're comfortable with what you're doing. So first exercise is your squat for 3 minutes. Most important thing with your deep squat is for you to make sure your heels are flat on the floor and you're just relaxing into there. Feel free to use some weight in your upper half as well so you can help yourself sitting back into your heels and just get comfortable in this position. 3 minutes is the goal to hold this one for. Next one from there is your knee pushes out. Pushing the knees out to the side as wide as you can get. Hold it for a few seconds and then come back in. I need you to do that 4 times through. Next one is your knee drops. It's as straightforward as it sounds. Keep your foot flat on the floor, drop the other one in, and you should literally be able to just kind of rest there with the heel still flat. Again, not too much weight on this foot or anything, just the heel flat. Try and do 3 on each leg, so 6 in total. And then the final one is your wrist mobility. So through here, you've got 3 separate movements. Make sure one hand is forward, one hand is back. Stretching forward with the arm locked out. Really trying to get here, feeling a little bit of flexion. Do 3 on each side, so 6 in total, moving forwards and back. And then move the fingers out to the side. What you're looking to do with these, just moving your weight across on each side. 6 in total with these again, just really warming the wrists up. Turning the hands over. The goal is to get to locked out arms with your hands flat on the floor. Go all the way down to your head's down. And then pushing all the way back out again until your arms lock out. The key to the arm lock out on this one is for you pushing up through the back of your shoulders. Okay, and next one's from there. You're working on your hang for 1 minute. That one's pretty straightforward. You know what you're doing with this one. And this brings us into the first round of exercises. So your first exercise was your crawl press up. It's kind of like a shoulder press up, come kind of walk out. So you start, heels are off the ground, hands are set up. You walk forward into a full press up position, then walk your feet up until you're in your full handstand. Don't worry about your knees bending or anything. Keep your head tucked down, elbows into the side, and then push back out. I'd like you to try to perform as many of them as you can in 30 seconds as we've discussed. Make sure you leave a 10-second gap in between. But as I was saying, first time, it's about how well you do it versus how many. Next one from there is your break dances. These are pretty straightforward. Full press up position, bring your knee across your body, transfer the weight, and your foot comes out. And the goal is to really try and sit into that straight arm. Okay, so there, knee comes across, transfer your weight across so you're on your hand. I don't even mind you turning your hand out a little, if that helps. Sit into it and just get used to locking into that arm. Again, these are difficult movements, so make sure you're taking your time. It's about how well versus how many. Next one after this is your super holds. Full press up position. Transfer your weight across. Your opposite hand and your opposite arm will opposite hand and opposite foot will come off. Hold it and then change. 30 seconds, as many as you can. And then finally, you've got your ninja frog. So from here, your heels must be flat on the floor. So into your deep squat, hands travel across to the side, and then you're drifting across. Make sure you get up into your handstand and then come back down. Tosh, the key thing for you on this one, make sure you land soft. Okay, don't be thumping down. And as you get stronger and stronger, don't be scared to try and progress forward. That is round 1. Round 2, your single leg jump. Pretty straightforward with this one, Tosh. Single leg, reaching down, driving up. Now, personalised for you, Tosh, you've got to really concentrate. And as your knees coming up, you're pushing hips forward, and just try not to get too disjointed going from there and the hips going forward. Earlier on, you weren't quite driving that knee up very well. Okay, next one from there is your single leg skater. I want you to hold on to a stick for this one, so I want you to have hold of something in your hand. You're stepping across. Make sure this foot, so my right foot, is travelling across your body. here. Also make sure your hips are cranked over to the side this way, so you're getting that glute working nice and hard. Foot taps. Showed you this one earlier. Real good one for the core again. Full press up position, opposite hand touching the foot, and then come back off. Okay, it's about control. It's not about how many. So try and keep your weight transfer across and tap. Very, very similar to your supers from earlier on. Next one from there, you've got your side squat with 10 kilograms. So imagine my 2 kilogram ball is 10 kilograms. Feet really nice and wide. Once your feet are wide apart, just dropping down as low as you can get, really opening the hips up, and then come back out. Do a whole round on one side. Coming to our final round, Tosh. Wall stands, I'm sure you're familiar with. You're just walking up the wall and coming back down. Hang raises, as I talked about. The main thing with the hang raises for you, Tosh, on this one is to make sure when you're hanging down, you don't let your arms bend and start to pull.